So, like I said earlier on, today is 2 section. Why tomorrow? In total, we'll be having this is a 3-section training. So we'll be doing the first 2, which is the shortest section tonight. And tomorrow we'll be doing the very long section. So today's section will be divided into 2 segments: graphic design, which is the last part of today's session, and virtual assistant, which is the first part that will be taken, while the last part of today's session will be taken by Coach Chibuzo, that will be joining us in the next 40 to 45 minutes. So my name is Chiwendu. My name is Chiwendu Ama, and I am the lead instructor of the Jazz Digital Hub, where we train people on how to monetize their digital skills. We teach you how to monetize your knowledge. We teach you how to monetize your digital skills. We teach you digital skills like data entry, graphic design, virtual assistant skills, lead generation. And we also show you, guys, is it just this person or you all can't hear me? And we'll also show you how best to monetize this skill, where to monetize your skills, platforms to monetize your skills, how to monetize it locally, internationally, physically, and virtually. So without wasting so much time, I'll be turning off you guys have seen me, don't mind the face. I'm at home and it's a makeup-free zone. So forgive me for being this way, I'm home. So I'll be turning off my recorder right now. It's active. Can you guys hear me? My audio is active. My audio is active. Can you still hear me? Thank you. Somebody is saying my audio is not active and they can't hear, like 2 persons, and my audio is active. So do not mind me, forgive me. I'll be turning off my camera right now because I'm a breastfeeding mom and I'll be breastfeeding my baby at interval. So while I turn off this, let me, thank you so much. Thank you. So let me share my screen. I just have limited time here to do this. So yes, I've introduced you all to the Jazz Digital Hub. So first of all, before we begin this training, we need to look at one important thing first. We need to have an understanding of what this is all about. People talk about freelancing. Now, freelancing is everywhere. I remember years back when we started, when we come out and we say, I'm a freelancer, I'm a virtual assistant, people are like, which one is virtual assistant again? Like, I remember the first time I heard about virtual assistant on Facebook. Okay, I was on a platform called Women with Her Own Money, and somebody made a post on how she got married, had a baby, and got frustrated at her job, and she saw an advert to learn virtual assistant, and she took it, and before you know it, she got her first job as at that time that was paying her is it $150 or $200 a month. And as at then, I was a newly pregnant, frustrated banker. Immediately, it's just struck, and I was like, hi, this should be me. I should do something like this. But that just slipped away because of the activities of the bank until I got fired like long time after that time because of performance issues after spending so many years. I keep telling people that I spent the most active part of my youth in the banking system being frustrated before I now discovered a way to become free, a way to become independent, a way to live a life that is not tied to have you met your targets. How many million have you brought into the bank this month? Account opening, and so on and so forth. Like, it was a life that I really wanted to get away from. But it took the bank to lay me off before I realized that this was real. Before I realized that, okay, there's something like this. So the first thing first we need to know before we start looking at, okay, what is even the freelancing, what is remote jobs, what are the opportunities available in this digital age, is what virtual assistant is. A virtual assistant is generally a self-employed person. You are a professional, you are a self-employed professional, like just the way an automobile is a self-employed professional. A virtual assistant is a self-employed professional, administrative, technical, or creative assistant that work with a client or assist a client remotely or from home or from anywhere you are in the world. So for you to be a virtual assistant, first of all, there's some key notes to look at. You are self-employed and you work virtually from anywhere you are in the world. You assist your client virtually. Like, I call virtual assistants the old school, should I call them errand girls or errand boys? Virtual assistants are in charge of maybe booking schedules, booking flights, booking hotels, administrative tasks, property management, and so on and so forth. Everything a boss wants to do, a busy CEO wants to do, you are in charge of doing them. You are being paid to take off the stress, to take off the running and the daily the stress of planning the daily activity of a CEO, or the stress of the CEO running the business. You take that stress off them and you give them the opportunity to put in their time into growing the business, into more important aspects of the business. So as a virtual assistant, there are different roles. Like, when some people like ask me, say, okay, virtual assistant is a very wide, is a very ambiguous word. Like, just break it down. I'll tell you that virtual assistant is a doctor. When you say, what's your profession? Like, I'm a doctor, it's wide. So you now have to specialize in one area: gynecology, pediatrician, and orthopedic, and so on and so forth. A virtual assistant is like should I call it, it's like the general name. So as a virtual assistant, your roles determine the kind of virtual assistant that you are. Either you are a real estate virtual assistant, a personal or an executive virtual assistant, an administrative virtual assistant, a creative virtual assistant, which is this social media, those guys that got to do with designs and so, or a technical virtual assistant. So the type of virtual assistant that you would be is determined by the role that you will be performing as a virtual assistant. So as a virtual assistant, roles of virtual assistant includes schedule management, email management, data entry, research. You have research tasks, administrative support, customer service. Yes, customer service is also a type of virtual assistant. Customer service, document preparation and editing. You still have they are transcribing, translation, and all that. They also fall under document preparation and editing. Then you have lead generation. A lead generation expert is a virtual assistant. Then we've talked about who a virtual assistant is, the roles of a virtual assistant. Then let's look at the benefits of being a virtual assistant. One of the things virtual assisting or remote working or freelancing affords you is flexibility. Is one thing I would never trade. like, I guess it was towards the ending of last year, a very old friend of mine that doesn't really know what I'm doing, that the person has lost contact with me for up to like 2 years, if not more. Yes, more than 2 years. The person knew I lost my job and we lost all ties, like all contacts and everything. He just chatted me up last year, like, I have a very good job for you. The very wonderful pay. I was like, is it virtual or physical? The person said physical. I said, I can't deal anymore. I cannot test sugar and you now remove it from my mouth. It will not work. I've already started enjoying flexibility where I can travel. I can leave my present location and go to another location as long as I'm with my laptop. I can be anywhere and work. So virtual assistant or working remotely affords you the freedom of flexibility, like freedom of your time, remote work opportunity. It gives me the opportunity to work remotely. Like I tell people, I said, embracing virtual assisting gives you, or rather embracing remote or freelancing gives you the opportunity to work remotely. Like just yesterday, sorry guys, one of my students from our old time community of way back last year called me and she was like, I got a local Nigerian job, a telemarketing job. I'm like, wow. And she said it's 100% remote and the salary was like 200K. I was like, what? It's actually a wonderful, and that was actually her first job. I was like, it's a wonderful place to start. And they will give you money for cards, give you money they will subscribe you and all that. And you are sitting in your home calling she makes calls for like 5 hours a day and you get paid. This was the same amount I was struggling to go to work by 6. I've left my family. In short, I wasn't even working in my town. I leave my husband on Monday as at that time and come back I leave my husband on Monday by 4 a.m. I've already started my journey traveling to my station and I come back to my base on Friday by 10:30, 11 p.m. before I now got a placement in my base. I leave the house as early as 6 every day and I come back as late as 8 and my salary wasn't even up to 200,000 and I will eat from there. I would transport from there. So it gives you the opportunity to work remotely. It helps you save cost savings. You won't have the cost to since I left the banking system, all my corporate wares, I dashed them out because I got bigger. It gives me the opportunity to save cost. I wasn't bothering my head going to buy corporate anymore, spending huge amounts, going to the market and trying to look pink for a salary, or pink, how do you guys call it, for a salary that wasn't worth it. I was spending 1,500 only on transportation. I was spending 1,500 every day on transportation minus feeding. I got to save that money because I work from the comfort of my home. I work from my home office. It gives me independence. So working remotely gives you the opportunity to be independent. You are independent of yourself. You're independent of your time. You are independent of who you work for and when you want to work for that person. You can choose to end your contract. Like, I remember when I just started, I started from one platform like that, and the first job I got was from an annoying Asian man, paying me $20 per week. Those years, at least, it was something. $20 per week to manage his Instagram handle, and he will cost the living daylight out of me. And I told myself, I said, no, I'm not this guy's slave. How to terminate contract. So it gives you the opportunity to choose who you want to work for, when you want to work for the person. So you are independent. It gives you global reach, like I said. all through my time of practicing, I've not really worked for a lot of clients because I've had a retainer job. I've had a client that I'm working for a very long time. But at least I've worked for Asia. I don't really know the man's exact country, but I know he's an Asian person. I've worked for someone in the US, yes, in Florida. I've worked for somebody in UK. So I've worked for basically, so it gives me global reach. Going to the office, working for one person or the other doesn't give you that opportunity. It doesn't give you that opportunity. So it gives you the opportunity to enhance your skills, skill enhancement. Every day I learn. Every day I learn. I spend a lot of money. There's a particular course I just recently enrolled for just to update my knowledge. And that course is for 12 months. And every month I pay $200. I know that by the time I get that certificate, forget it, my salary will skyrocket like mad. So it gives you the opportunity to enhance your skill. Enhance your skill. So if you are not enhancing, if you are not growing, you just be there in one place. Reduce stress. Reduce stress. When you are working from your home, you have less stress because you won't need to do the early morning rush, the hustling and bustling and all that. Career diversity. Like, I did not study anything tech related. Actually, I studied biochemistry, and I never worked in any biochemical lab. I started off from the bank and I ended up in tech, and tech is where I will stay till I grow old. So it gives you give you the opportunity for career diversity. Then required skills. Today, like I said, in the second section, we'll be looking at the required skills to have as a virtual assistant. So the required skills include graphic design. Yes, graphic design is very important. Like was it not on Thursday? Yes, it was on Thursday yesterday. One of my past students got a job, not on anywhere. She said a job is a good paying job. She got it on WhatsApp just by uploading that she's now a trained virtual assistant, blah, 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 blah. Somebody on her WhatsApp contact connected her with somebody that can pay her very well. And the skill they use in employing her, like the major skill they used in employing her as a virtual assistant was her graphic design skill. And the person was like, oh, all the virtual assistants that have applied for this role doesn't have graphic design skill. And they gave her the job. And it's a retainer job. So graphic designing is one of like the big skills, because as a virtual assistant, you'll be made to handle their socials. So this small, you must at least, even if you are not like the serious graphic designer, understand Canva, because most of these businesses don't even use those serious apps. They just use simple Canva tools. Communication skills. Be a good communicator. Be good at communicating. Have a clear understanding of the language your employer works with. And be skillful when it comes to communication. Adaptability skills, like be a self-starter. Learn to adapt at any given time. You can switch. Like my boss will always tell you that he can never employ somebody that waits for him to give him or her the next instruction. He will fire you. Simple data entry. Simple data entry is something that you just can't ignore. else? There's a particular exam this month I applied for a very big data virtual assistant job, a very huge paying job that was actually paying in pounds, and they called me for an interview today. The interview was over the bar. It was so hard, like data entry. And at a point, I couldn't do it on my own. I had to call in my husband. I did that exam around 5 a.m. I had to wake my husband to come and help me, to join his brain with mine to answer that question. Data entry cannot be overemphasized. Time management, because they are bringing you in to come and organize their life. So you should be able to manage your own life. Understand time management before you now go and manage another person's life. Have a creative mindset. Coordination and planning. Research. Lead generation and other forms of research fall under these research skills. It is very, very important, because your boss can tell you, okay, I want you to make a research. Like, there's a particular job I did for my boss, and he was like, I should research on, he said I should research on, he gave me between that evening to the next morning to submit a 500 names, like to research on a particular on some set of companies in our niche that we can, our target audience. I'll get the CEO's name, website, email, which is verified email, contact address, business address, you know, and you have a short time to deliver. So you should be good at research. Then let's look at type of virtual assistants. Remember, I said earlier on that as a virtual assistant, the virtual assistant is broad. The role you are being given determines the type of virtual assistant that you are. You have chatbots. These guys are in charge of Discord. If a lot of you might know Discord app, some might not know Discord app. You might be in charge of Discord, Telegram bots, channels, and all that. Handle the engagement and control the chat customer support. Your role determines the type of virtual assistant that you are. Like, you have the customer service representative, is also a virtual assistant, just that you're in charge of inbound, outbound calls, inquiries, and all that. You're like the voice of the business. Then you have the personal and executive, or the executive virtual assistant. This was actually where I started from before I went into real estate virtual assistant. I started from being a personal virtual assistant, or you call them executive. You manage. Then I do tell myself that I am, I said we are the digital house help. You are the digital errand boy. You do everything for them. The only thing you literally don't do for them is to wear their clothes or feed them. In short, they can even give you a crazy tax as to remind them to eat. You wake your boss to go to gym. You should have their daily plan at your fingertips as a personal or an executive VA. You book their travel, book their everything. So then you have the virtual health assistant. The same way you have the virtual health assistant, you have the virtual law assistant, virtual, real estate virtual assistant, depending on the niche your employer is in. Then you can now specialize and develop more skills and more knowledge about that area. The same way you have the virtual sales assistant, social media virtual assistant. Some business owners will employ you and say, okay, I don't have issues managing other areas of my business. I just have 13 minutes more before the next segment starts. I don't have issues managing other areas of my business. Guys, are you still following? If you are following, just let me know in the chat room. I don't have issues managing other areas of my business. I just need somebody that can help me grow my account. I just need somebody that can help me control the engagement. that can help me design posts, that can help me control post engagement and all that stuff. So that's where the social media virtual assistant comes in. Then we also have the project management virtual assistant. Yes, you work for companies, you manage their projects, their conferences, their external events, external and internal events, you manage them. Why the most popular one, which is the administrative VAs? Yes, they are the most popular ones, the administrative VAs, where you are in charge of handling all administrative tasks of the business. You handle all the administrative tasks. Okay, let me just drop the link. I see that some new persons joined. So excuse me, guys, let me drop the link again. So you do all the data entry, administrative. Sometimes they combine both administrative and human resource together. And the sweetest thing about this job, like, I have someone who I know that works remotely for a particular company. He has been working for that company for up to, if I'm not mistaken, up to 4 years. Yes, his second year of working for the company from here in Nigeria, he was given a job visa to travel abroad to the UK to join his people, to join the company. And towards the end of last year, he came to pick his family to join him. How did he get the job? He got the job here in Nigeria online, and the job invited him to come over. And he was working then as was it? No, he was working as a HRO virtual assistant for his company, and he delivered he delivered so well. He delivered so well to the point that they could invite him over. So those are part of the benefits you get, other than some company gives you the same benefits our physical job gives you. Some company also offers you same benefits as well. Some company gives you bonuses when you do a good job. They give you bonuses per time. So there are so much benefits of working as a remote worker or a freelancer. So let's list some few tools required for virtual assisting. As a virtual assistant, there are some tools that is a must that you must have. Like, I didn't mention even up to half here. I just did a few. You can make some research and find out about them. You have Dropbox. Dropbox is not here. You have Zendesk. Zendesk is not here. You have Slack. It is very important because these are communication tools. These are communication tools. You have Google Drive, which a lot of us know, Google Calendar or Calendarly, Canva. We'll be learning the usage of Canva in the next few minutes. We have Canva. We have Zoom/Google Meet. You all know how to use Zoom because you are here on Zoom. Then you have Google Sheets, Google Form. In short, Microsoft and Google Suite. Microsoft and Google Suite, they are very important. Monday.com. OneDrive is the same thing as Google Drive. The difference between OneDrive and Google Drive is that Google Drive is for Google, OneDrive is for Microsoft. There are so many. When we talk about tools, virtual assisting tools, there are so many. There are so many tools, but these are the very few we'll be looking at. So guys, we'll be moving into the next section. We wouldn't want to take much time in this. We're moving into, because the next session is practical and it's going to require more time. Next session will require so much time. So if you have a question, just type it and I will answer it now. Like the next 5 minutes, let's put in our question. The next 1 to 2 minutes. So if we do not have question for now, because we'll be on how to write proposal on Upwork. We are talking about virtual assistant. Somebody is jumping into Upwork. Let's not be faster than our this thing now. Please, what are the remote work opportunities? That is it not, it's virtual assistant, not a remote work opportunity. That's what we are looking at. Yes, there are several markets or places to apply. There are several markets. Believe you me, we have a recorded version. There are several markets to apply for remote work. You may not even know, even under your list, you can apply for remote work. So there are several markets, so do not worry. We'll be looking at some of the markets and how to apply for remote jobs tomorrow. We'll be looking at how to apply for remote jobs tomorrow and the market space opportunities. We'll be looking at, okay, please, how can one receive payments for foreign clients? Okay. I hope you know that PayPal is restricted. This person, I hope you know that PayPal is restricted. Yes, there are ways you can use PayPal to receive payment. Oh, yes, there are ways we can register our PayPal account to receive payment. But what of if you now have money in that account and bam, that's when your village people will now signal to PayPal that you are in Nigeria. That's for those in Africa. And PayPal will now block your account with your money. So that's why you have better platforms out there. And all these are what we'll be discussing in tomorrow's class. Okay. There's somebody that asked if I'm new to tech. Yes. When I started, I didn't know anything about it. Somebody asked if they can work with phone. Absolutely, yes. When I started, I was using Hot 8. I got my first job with Infinix Hot 8. From there, I moved to Hot 11. From Hot 11, I moved to Redmi. From there, before I now moved to 2 laptops. So it is stage by stage. The thing is that when you see a job that your phone cannot do, ignore that job. Pick the ones that your phone can do. Do them, get paid, and you start growing. You can get as much as a $200 job with your phone. You can get as much as a $500 job with your phone. So let's not put our eyes up there. You can get as much as a $100 job with your phone. Let's not, sorry guys. Let's not put our eyes up there and we now, after we've gotten that big stuff, we now realize that we cannot handle it. Okay, so that will be all for the questions right now. Let's welcome Coach. Okay, Coach Chibuza, I've made you the host. Please unmute yourself.
I didn't realize. Just give me 2 minutes. I'm trying to I had a previous set up and I'm changing it. So just give me 2 minutes, please.
Okay, no problem. So she needs 2 minutes more. So, all right, guys, keep asking your question. We have, this class is being recorded, so you are not going to miss anything. The class is recorded. You have them. I'll be, after tonight's class, we'll convert the video and drop the class in the group. For as many that have missed this particular section, they would certainly get the playback. So hit me with your questions. Hit me with your questions. Thank you so much. Yes, there's a playback. There's a playback. Cynthia, there's a playback. Do not worry. There's a playback to this class. Any more questions? Yes, Nasha, I've answered this question before, Justice. There is a marketplace, not a marketplace. Everywhere is a marketplace for our job. Everywhere is a marketplace for you to get job. And we'll be looking at strategy to getting virtual VA jobs and different marketplace. We'll be looking at remote job sites and strategy to getting remote jobs. We'll be looking at every other thing about marketing yourself and positioning yourself tomorrow. We'll be looking at those tomorrow. To work with problem. I don't understand your question. Okay, somebody is asking which do I advise. Like everybody have what they are good at, you get. So in choosing, first of all, in becoming a VA, you certainly get an understanding across boards, because it's your job, your role, or rather the type of virtual assistant that you are is depending on, or is determined by the role you are taking. Is determined by the role you are taking. And the person asking for a full knowledge, I do not understand the full knowledge. If you understand, maybe you come and teach us, since what I'm teaching is very useless. So you'll be given a role, and depending on your roles, but what I do advise, I say, as long as you are a VA, is either you are an administrative, an executive, or a social media, administrative, executive, or a social media VA. So by the time you work in these 3 arms of virtual assistant, you will now be able to like choose what works for you best. So I have worked across these 3 arms of virtual assistant, and I sat down to think about it, and I realized that I was very good at, or rather I am good at real estate. Yes, I'm good at real estate, and I now decided to niche down. But as a beginner, niching down from the first stage is not really advisable. Work across board before you now be able to have gained some ground in the field, before you can now niche down. Before you can now niche down. Okay. Coach Chiboza, please unmute yourself and start. I've given you hosting rights.
Hello, my beautiful people. How are you doing? Good evening, everybody. Okay, so apologies. I had the last minute change of plans. It's been a hectic day for me, so I didn't plan to do a video, but then I just had a last minute change of plans. As you can see, my video is still not balanced, but we are fine like that. Yes, good evening. I hope you're all doing well. Can you hear me? Am I loud and clear?
Yes,
oh, great. Oh, great. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Thank you for coming to our TED Talk. My name is Chibuzo. I am, first and foremost, I am a human being. Permit me, I'm just super high this evening. Okay, so my name is Chibuzo. I am a federal worker. I work with the Ministry of Defense. I am also a realtor. I own my own real estate brokerage firm where I broker properties. I am a wife, a mother, a freelancer. By the way, I'm a mother to 4 adorables. I'm a freelancer and a lot of things in one. And I think it's the heavy load that is making me not to add some weight. All right, so enough of the joke, but that's who I am. And why did I go ahead to tell you all that? I said all that to let you know that you too can. So if I can do it, if Coach Wendy can do it, you too can, right? I can see a lot of wow, wow, wow. Enough before it turns to a siren, Abby. Okay, so excuse my rugged look this evening. It's been a heck of a day. The reason why I didn't want to come, I didn't want to use videos, but I felt it's good you see my face, so I had to change and use videos. Okay, so let's go in. Today I'll be taking us on Canva. So Canva, you've heard a lot about, graphic design actually. I'll be taking, you want to be like me, I'll be coming down. I'll be taking you on graphic designs and I'll be dealing on Canva. There are lots of apps that you can use, but the reason Canva is a big deal is because Canva is very versatile. So you can use Canva to design virtually everything. Canva can replace a lot of apps, even if not 100%, but at least 80%, 85% for a lot of apps. What can you design that Canva cannot replicate? At least do you a wannabe, no, not a wannabe, a close replica of that design. What design do you want to think of that you cannot do with Canva? I'm yet to see one. It's just a matter of you understanding the app, knowing how to use it. And I have used Canva now for no less than 3 years. I've been using Canva for no less than 3 years and I've been doing amazingly well with Canva. So basically that's the app I'll be taking you on. That is where we'll be dealing with Canva. So without much ado, I'll just talk about why you need to use Canva as a VA. So as a VA, you could design, especially in these days of social media management, Canva can be your only, you can use Canva as your only app for social media management. However, you could use Canva alongside other apps to design, to create designs for whatever brand you are what's the word, representing, working with, whatever. So you can use Canva as in, it can be the 80% of all the apps that you use, because almost everything you want to do is inside Canva. Canva can replace it can do you your CVs, Canva can do you your invoices, Canva can do you your presentation. So gone are the days of PowerPoint. You can do other PowerPoint design in Canva. You can do videos with Canva. You can convert images to videos with Canva. There is a lot that you can do with Canva, so much more. You can even create landing pages with Canva. So there is a lot, so much. Now, in the last set of my students, because I have my own stuff that I run aside with the Jazz Digital Academy. I have my own stuff that I run, and one of my students in the last set got a job that she would be running every month. And what is the only app? She just learned it. She learned that app, that design under 2 days. She learned how to use Canva under 2 days, and she got a job, although she didn't just perfect her moves in 2 days. You understand? It took her a while, but the 2 days lectures, she was able to develop her skills, and she got a job that every month she would be getting at least 20,000 naira for just designing for a brand every month. You understand? So that is how much people can do with Canva, but that's not what I'm coming here to tell you for today. I'm just going to teach you about Canva. So I'm just using that to tell you that even with the little kinikon you will learn here today, if you can go ahead and practice, you will be doing a whole lot with Canva, with graphic designs using Canva. I hope I am still loud and clear. So I hope I've not left anything out. I will just go right now, and I'll be doing some practical. My class is a very practical class. So we'll be doing some practicals on these Canva designs, and I'll be teaching you. Oh, great, thank you. And I'll be teaching you how. Yes, you can use Canva for free. I only started paying for Canva in the last 6 months or thereabouts. And I said earlier that I've been using Canva for over 3 years, well over 3 years. And I just started using Canva and paying for Canva in the last 6 months or thereabouts. So you can use Canva, the free version, but if you want the optimal best of Canva, kindly subscribe. But I used the free version for the longest time. You said the beautiful designs are not for free. Have you tried designing from scratch? I am going to be teaching you how you can design from scratch. Not every time templates. There's something I do, right? When I see a template that I like and it is not free on Canva, what I do, I can screenshot it and I will make the replica of that template. And I'll be showing you how to. So you don't necessarily need to pay. As long as you can find your way around Canva, you can design anything. All you can, and another thing I should say here is, if you are not using Canva Pro, the real purple, I don't understand the laugh emoji. If you're not using Canva Pro, you may be needing some other apps that can help you do some things. For instance, you can only remove background on pictures when you are using Canva Pro. But with the use of Remove BG, which is an app on its own, you can remove the background on that picture and use it on Canva. Yeah. So there's so much you can really do, honestly. So let's take our minds away from the pro or not pro version. I started using the pro version because I needed to do more. I needed to do more with Canva, not because I needed Canva to just design. If it's to just design, I was the free version was well sufficient because I would design anything from scratch. If there are pictures that you need and they are not for free on Canva, you can download it from Google, remove the background and use it on Canva. Who said you can't do that? The only problem is that a lot of people do not want to do the extra work. You want to get the premium, you don't want to pay for it, and you do not want to do the work that the premium provides. That's the problem. So the problem is not that Canva does not have or whatever. So without much ado, let's go in. I do not want to spend more than 30 minutes designing, so we'll be very fast. So before we go in, yes, you will have to download Canva. However, you will not need it now. So the only thing I need from you now is to pay attention. Pay attention. Understand what we'll be doing here now. Do you get? understand what we'll be doing here now. After the class, you can go ahead and download the Canva app and try to practice whatever you can remember, right? Practice whatever you can remember and then use it. Okay, now develop on it. Like I tell people, nobody on this earth can successfully teach you everything about Canva, because it is one app that constantly evolves. They are always on their toes. Just the day before yesterday, they still brought out, okay, I just found out about it yesterday. No, it's all right. I just found out about it the day before yesterday, but it's quite new. It's quite new. It's they brought out another update on Canva, and it's amazing. So let's go. 30 minutes. I'm giving 30 minutes for the design, and I'll be sharing my screen. So, Coach Wendy, I'll be handing the class monitor, class captain job to you. So you call my attention to when we have questions. You call my attention to when we have whatever we have. But before I share my screen, let me go and turn off my notifications so that they do not keep popping up. Why I forgot to do that before we started. So give me a sec. Let me turn off my notification. This thing is making noise. Notification and control center. Notifications. Okay, I think these are the basic ones I need to turn off. Great. So thank you for I wanted to share my screen. Great. So this is my Canva. My Canva is always open. So when you download the Canva app, it's going to give you an interface like this. So this should be your home page on your Canva app, right? Now, when you tap on the, I can't remember how it's going to show you, but as a new user, I'm sure it's going to pop up the option of you setting up your account. So you set up your account. Is quite easy. Let's not waste time there. So what I want to show you today, can you still hear me? Please confirm that you can hear me. Coach Chinwe, are you there? Maybe I'll have to stop sharing and see. Okay, you can hear me. Great. Coach Chinwe, we need you. 1 minute. Let me see if she has. Oh, she's muted. Okay. She's the host.
I muted because my baby was crying.
Okay, have you attended to her now?
I just dropped her off. I know she will still cry in the next few seconds, so that's why I just muted.
Yeah. Okay, I need to share my screen and I need you to call my attention to anything going on.
Okay, no problem. Continue, just continue.
All right, so. Okay. All right, so we're back here. we're going back to Canva. So like I said, we'll be teaching you two things today. One is how you can design using a template, and second is how you can design using from scratch. So let us start with the templates. What would you want us to design today? These are CVs. These are CVs. I just did one CV for myself yesterday. So these are CVs. These are posters. These are posters that you can create. You can also create certificates. You can do this. This is a PowerPoint design. This conflict resolution you can see here is a PowerPoint, as in is a presentation. You can also create documents. So there is a lot you can create. So let us just pick one. Let us just pick one Instagram post template, and we're going to design it, and then we'll move to designing from scratch. Now, I don't know if you can see something here. Under recent design, you see the first one, this orange digital. Okay, let me ignore that. It's not the exact thing I wanted to bring your mind to. So a client of mine that I designed for, I actually used this to design it to design for her. It is not the exact thing I wanted you to see, and I can't find that. So let's leave that out. Now you see this quick market update stuff here. This was a video I made. I designed everything I needed to design here, and I moved them. I actually was able to create a video with it here, but because I needed to add a voiceover, I took it to what's it called? I took it to CapCut, and I used CapCut to add a voiceover, but everything I used in that video was created here. So there's a lot that you can do with Canva. Do not let anybody deceive you that Canva designs are the free versions are not fine or whatever. So we are going to be picking on an Instagram post design layout today. And I'll just click on this place. You see Instagram posts. Now there are ways you can create your layouts. You can determine your layouts, right? So you can either determine, first of all, before you even start to design, you want to ask yourself, what do I want to design? For what am I using it? That will go ahead, that will help you make an informed decision on what layout you should be using. So for instance, if you want to create a thumbnail for YouTube, you cannot use Instagram design. You cannot use Instagram post layouts to create a thumbnail for YouTube. No, it doesn't work, right? So also, if you want to post for Facebook, rather if you want to post for Instagram, you cannot use Facebook. However, the only thing that you can, the most versatile layout that you can use, that's your orientation. The most versatile that you can use is the Instagram. I think the only place where it doesn't really fit in is the YouTube thumbnail. Aside that, your Instagram posts can fit into your WhatsApp, can fit into your Facebook, it can fit in almost everywhere else, but it may not fit into, it will definitely not fit into thumbnail because it's a very different orientation that it uses. So like I said, you have to consider what you are designing for, so that would inform the decision of your orientation, what orientation you are going to use. Now, having determined what you are designing for, you may also want to consider the colors that you want to use, the size, or the design you want to make. Is it a design that is bulky, that is, it has a lot of information? That will also help you consider the layout, that's the orientation that you want to use. So these are just some things to consider before you start. So having determined that we want to make an Instagram post, or we want to create a design that we can use across social media platforms, the best option is Instagram post. So I'm just going to click on this see all. That's one way you can use it, and let it load, and then you see several of them. or I go back to home and I'm going to tap this. That is one way you can use. This other option is to use this purple button at the bottom of my screen. So when you tap on the purple button, you see the different layouts, orientations, or options that you can use. So here, if you want to custom if you want to make a custom size, like for instance, you want to design a flyer, and you have the measurements of paper that you want to use, this is where you can put it. So you can type in the measurement of paper, rather this custom size, rather this is where you put it. You type on the custom size, so it shows you the width and the height of the paper. You also need to choose the measurement. So is it in pixel, is it in inches, is it in millimeters or centimeters? So you set all that here, and that is for that. So let's come back here, and I'm going to just choose Instagram post square. Now for the Instagram post, you have square and portrait. So I'm going to be picking the squares. There are lots of portrait options you can choose. If it's a phone story, if it's a phone wallpaper, like you see some designs that will carry phone and the write-up or the design will be inside. So the phone itself is a design, but every other thing that you need to write will be inside. So everything you can find here, but we'll just stick to Instagram posts for the purpose of this class. Great. So now when you open a blank page, most often you see templates just loads by itself, right? So this is telling you to choose a template. If you don't want to use a template, you want to design from scratch, you just come here, bring this down, and you start to design. However, I want us to use a template. So we'll be picking a template from here. Okay, let me choose this simple template. I'll be choosing simple template because we do not have time. Time is not our friend on this class. It has never been our friend. So I'll be choosing this simple template so we can use it we'll just edit it for this class. So the first thing we'll have to do is, what is the color you are designing for? If the colors here are not matching with the color you want to design for, first of all, we need to change the color. Whatever you want to do, you can decide to use that to make that come last or to come first. But I like to work with colors first because it helps me to arrange every other thing that I am doing, right? So if I'm to choose a color, it will definitely pop out the colors I already have here. So it helps me to balance my colors very well. So I'll just go ahead and change the color. However, the brand I want to design for, okay, there's no however, I'll just change this to gold. Let me change this to this color and change it all through, and change this black, this blue rather. Where's the blue? Yeah. So what did I do? Okay, I didn't show what I did. I tapped on the color. You see, I tapped on that element there, that color I wanted to change. Then you see color at the bottom of my screen. I tapped on color and I chose the exact color that I wanted, which I have already changed. So I just wanted to show you what I did. Now I come here. Okay, I see that something is blocking that. So I'm going to take this backward. And let me try again. Great. So I come here, I choose this other element. You see it is blue. I want to change it to black. So I tap there again. I tap on black and I change all. Great. So our colors have been determined. Our colors have been determined now. So here I'll just come and I'll say, I want to change here to say, let's say, I'm designing this for the jazz, and I'm saying 2-day free workshop, 2-day, free workshop. Great. So this is for that. I come here, I change this and I say the Jazz Academy the jazz digital hub. Okay, I forgot to change that. Let me redo that. Great. So you see, we are changing everything, right? Okay. I don't want this company. I'm just going to remove this. I'm bringing this down a little. So this is just as simple as it can get. So I tap on what I want to move. I either move it, I just pick it with my hands and bring it down, or I scroll down. You see this bottom of the page here. I scroll down, look for the, scroll to the end, pick this nudge button, and I nudge it. I can come here, pick this the jazz, and nudge it downward also. So this is how you can move. So here we want to edit this. So we tap on edit. So how do you pick? You just tap on what you want to edit or whatever you want to work on. So that's basically it. I don't want to spend a lot of time here so that we can have enough time for the designing from scratch, because that's where a whole lot of work goes in. So here we say learn how to create stunning flyers for your what now? Business. Okay, for lack of a better thing to write, let me just put that. So let me put let me remove this. So you tap, when you tap you notice that whatever I tap, this pop up with this and bin in it comes up. So that's how you delete. You contact this. Now this is a very shortcut design. I picked a design that does not have a lot to edit on, right? That doesn't mean that every design will be this easy. So because we do not have time, let me change here. Now, this is one very important thing you need to know, the picture, right? So, okay, let me reduce this. It doesn't have to. Great.
Can you please tell us how you reduced it?
Okay, so I tap on the thing I want to reduce, whatever. It can be picture, it can be a write-up, it can be an icon, it can be anything. So you drag one, you notice that you have 4 circles at the 4 edges, right? And you also have 2 rectangles at the 2 sides. So if you want to reduce everything in total, you drag. You see, I can either increase or reduce. You just drag one of the circles at the edge. Or if you want to create more space, like you want to lengthen the line, right? You pick on the rectangle at the side and you drag it to the side. You see, I've lengthened the line. If you want to reduce the line, you tap on that rectangle, you pick the rectangle. My rectangle is refusing to be picked, so yeah, be picked. Okay, so all right. So notice I moved it so that I could get a favorable place to hold on to. So I have reduced it again. So basically, so now let's come to pictures. Picture placement is very important. You can either use, okay, I'll talk about all that in the creating from scratch. So I'll just tap on this picture. You see a replace prompt just appeared at the bottom, right? So you can either edit the picture, you can replace it with a color, blah, blah, blah. So I want to change the picture and I want to use a picture from my uploads. So pictures that I have worked with before, right? So which picture am I going to use now like this? So, okay, let me use the picture of this, my client, this one. Now I have picked this picture. I want to now crop it. This picture is not doing justice. So here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to increase it. Now, undo. I'm going to, great. I'm going to increase it. So I double tap, well, for those of you that would want to ask, I double tap on the picture. So it's showing me to crop the picture, right? It's showing me to crop the picture. So you can either use the smart crop, which I don't think will give us what we are looking for. No, it didn't give us. Or you can do this. You drag from the edge. You drag from the edge. Now, this picture is not doing justice. You know why? Because why on earth is it cutting her head? So the picture, the way the picture is, let us see the main picture again. Let us see the main picture again. So you see the way the picture is, we already have, okay, there's something we can do about it. Let's go back. Let's go back. So I'm going to move everything inside. So I'm going to move this. I'm going to move this one also. Great. So you see that my picture is balancing now. So it's still cutting our head. So, but we do not have a lot of space. So I'm not going to use this picture, but that's one way you could, I'm going to undo all that. That's one way you could edit that. So I'm rather going to use a picture that is central. So let me use this one. Great. So this is central. So now I can move. I'm going to still move her in. Done. So I'm going to still move this in to have, oh no, to have space. So I moved everything in. So we see that we now have space here, right? Now remember that this picture, this is a black and white picture that was here before. That's why it's giving us that effect. So let's see if we can change the effect. Now you can only do this because I'm using what was it called? Canva Pro. If I'm not using Canva Pro, I won't be able to change the effect. However, let's not waste time. So I have edited this picture, this template, right? So this is basically how you can edit a template. But I want us to create a flyer from start. Okay, how do you save? I'll teach you all that at the end of when we finish the other one. It's the same way all through. So let us go ahead and start another design now. Children, is there any question, please?
No.
Okay. I hope the class is following. Do you have any challenges so far? What's the feedback, please?
No questions yet. So just continue.
All right.
Okay,
so,
please, ma, is there a Canva software for PC? Yes. Go online and go to your Google Chrome.
From your PC, you can just go to your Chrome
And
download
Canva for
yes.
PC.
Yes, there is. You can use everything I've taught you here. You can do exactly the same on your PC. The thing is even that you have more options on the PC than the mobile. For instance, the PC you can create, there is a lot of things you can do. No, not a lot of things, a little more that you can do on your PC that you do not have the luxury on your mobile. So yes, so let's go, without much ado, let's go to creating a design from scratch. Now, let us first of all determine what are we creating. So can anybody give me an idea? What do you want us to create?
Okay, let me be in the chat section to check for people who want to drop an idea. Guys, drop ideas. What do you want her to create? No, we can't do CV now. We are talking about flyer and you are bringing in CV.
CV is very easy.
CV just get is easier than flyer.
get a template that you like on the CV and edit it. It's that easy, really. So there's no need teaching you that on this 30 minutes
Yeah,
class.
somebody said a flyer for boot camp. So I think boot camp will be better. Create a flyer for mature chicken sales, or a flyer for boot camp. Create a flyer for telecom company. So those are the options.
Okay, so let's say let's try chicken. Now remember that this is an idea you just gave me. I haven't thought of this. So we are going to create something from our imaginations, and I need your imagination to be active as well, right? So let's go. So we're going to tap on this purple button again. Tap on Instagram post square. Great. So it's loading. So matured chicken sales. What's the name of the company? What is their brand color? Sharp, sharp, sharp. I need everybody to
The
think
person
fast.
that said creation of that we should create for mature chicken. What's the name of the company, please? And
First
your
of all,
colors.
what is the brand color?
Okay, Tidan Enterprise, right? Which is
Okay.
TE capital letter DAN Enterprise.
Okay, so give me your brand color.
Brand color, Teresa. Blue background. How can you do blue all blue?
Yeah, you can actually, but you have to be able to tweak it a lot. So that would be more difficult. So now there's a way I like to design my stuff. I like to start with a background, right? So I'm just going to come here. You see this bottom line. Now Canva has changed, really. Canva just updated again, and the interface changed. So since the last change, I have not done a class. I'm just going to use okay, let me go back so I show you. So this bottom line here that I'm scrolling. So here is where you come and you tap on background, right? So this is background. So can we use any backgrounds that we can use here? Let's see poetry. Do you have any poetry background? Does it want to rain? Does it? Is it going to rain? So we're not seeing any poetry background. So we can't get a poetry background here. What we can do is that we can go to Google. I like to use a background that shows. So we now put poetry farm. Images. Which one can we use? I'm just going to try this design and see how it goes. Let's try this. Download. I'll download this also. Great. Okay, let me see this one. I'll download this also. So we go back to Canva. We go back to Canva, and I'm going to use that as my background. I'm going to use that as my background. So I'll come here. Oops, oh no. Okay, so I'm going to use a blue background. I'm going to use a blue background. I don't like the idea of this blue background anyways. Then I'm also going to add, I'll come here and I'll add pictures. So I'll come to my gallery and I'll take one of those pictures that I have just downloaded I'll come here, add to page. So it's going to add here. I'm going to stretch it over this. I think this will make it too busy, but let's see. Then I'll come here. I'm going to reduce the transparency so that it is not the focus of the picture. So this picture is not working. We'll remove this. I'll replace this. Let's check another one. Let's use this one. Great. So is it working? Is this your shade of blue?
Okay, Teresa, is this your shade of blue? Teresa, is this your shade of blue?
I don't like this blue anyways, so I'm just going to remove this blue. I'll take it back to, let's see blue. Is this working better? Is this shade of blue working better?
Yes, this is better.
Okay, so I'm going to add an element now. This element is where I will have my, so this element, please, if you have a question, okay, you are just saying me do plus and minus and you don't understand what I'm doing, Abi. Okay, so I added this element, let me delete it. So what I did, I came under. Now, there are two ways, since you are downloading Canva afresh, I am sure this is how, rather, I believe this is how your Canva is going to show. If I was using the older version, it would have been different. So you see everything you need. They are always at the bottom of your screen. And so we want to add elements now. See, that was where I got the gallery from. That was where I got backgrounds from. This is also where I got, we get the elements that I want to tap now. So I'm just going to tap on elements and it's going to show me shapes. So you see all shapes, all the shapes that you want. I don't want any other shape. I just want a square shape. It has given me a square shape. I will come here and now extend it to become a rectangle. I'll move it up, number 2. Come here, tap on color, change the color to maybe, no, white is not working. Maybe yellow is not working, gold, black. So what color will work? I don't know, because this blue background is really limiting me. However, we can also change this to the blue. Let us return it to the that it was. Good. Change this background. Oops, what on earth did I do? Change this background to white. Let it remain as white. Or Coach Chinwe, do you have an idea what other color would work?
I'm not a color person, but I prefer the white with the, make it less transparent so that we can see the chickens better.
Okay.
With this white.
Is the class following, please? Please check for, good. Check for suggestions from the group. I want everybody to be carried along so that they can go ahead and do theirs also. So I think this is working better. So now we'll now go and tap on text. This same down here is where we will get text. So it shows you subtitle and heading are the biggest you can use, the biggest fonts. You can always increase the font. So that's not to say they're actually the biggest fonts anyway. So you said it's Tedan, T-E, correct me if I'm wrong, T-E. Why is it not changing? Then D-A-N, is that it?
Yes, Enterprise.
Is this it?
Yes, Tedan Enterprise. No. The T is the capital letter, then the next capital letter is the D.
And the rest are lowercase.
Yes, the others are lowercase. Why the D and the T are uppercase.
Okay,
yes.
Great. So Tedan Enterprise. Tedan Enterprise is doing what? Okay, let's change that color. That color is not coloring. Let's change it. So you see, the color for font is different from the color for elements or the page or anything. So where will you find where to change the color for the font? You come down here, you must have tapped on that font, on that write-up, the text that you want to change its color. So you see that the prompt at the bottom has changed. So you scroll down here, you see color, you see this A that is resting on top of colors. You tap on that, then you change, it brings you the color, it brings you to the color palette and you change that. Great, I think this works. So Tedan Enterprise. So what are you presenting? What are you doing, Tedan Enterprise?
Tedan Enterprise, oh please, I need you. What are you doing? Better still, so that I won't remove it from this page. Tell me what you are doing on my WhatsApp.
Okay, so we are having 2-day sales.
No, let's just make it a real flyer for her.
Yes. So tell us, what are you doing?
We sell mature chicken, live or dressed.
Food.
Mature chicken, live or dressed.
Okay, let's see.
Sales of matured chickens.
Shop for mature. I don't think this shop for mature chicken is making sense anyways. So tell me a better thing to use.
Please, Teresa, send the whatever information you want to send on my WhatsApp, like right now.
So now I'm going to go ahead and add a picture of a dressed chicken. Let's see whether what's its name now? Canva is going to give us dressed chicken. Great. We see them. So let's look for one that is not pro. I hope we find one that is not pro. However, do not fear. If you can't find one that is not pro, you saw the way I downloaded picture. Okay, see one. I like this one. So this is for life. And you see that this one is not pro. Now you saw the way I downloaded picture from Google. So if you cannot find a picture that is not pro, go to Google and search for what you want. You will find it for free. Let's not waste more time. So I'll just go ahead and use the pro one that we saw. So I'm going to use this. Now, please, you see that they are not. Use it the same way I reduced it the other time.
Okay.
You tap the picture, you take it at the angle in. Now you see that this picture is not picturing Abby. I'm going to do something to it. So I'll come here, tap on elements again. I'm still on shapes. So I'm going to look for frames, right? So these are frames, right? So I'm going to use this frame. Before I even duplicate the frame, so after I added the frame, I came here, I tap on style, and I'm going to add some borders to the frame. I'm going to add border to the frame. One thing border does is, depending on the color you use, it can either brighten or dim the lights. I don't know how to put that of the picture you are using. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to duplicate it. So I just duplicate it. I move it here. Okay, let me take this away first. Then I'm going to come here, take this chicken, bring it into the frame. I tap on it. You see that the chicken is only the chest of the chicken that is showing. So I'm going to double tap on it and reduce this thing. Don't be disturbing me, people. Okay, I cannot reduce the size of the picture. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to increase the size of the frame. Then I double tap on the picture again and see whether I can do that, reduce the size. So it's not working that way. It's not working that way. So I'll just return it to what it was. But do you really need to see the leg of the chicken?
Are we eating? We don't really like eating the legs.
Okay, so that's for that. Then I bring this one, I bring it into this other one here, right? Tap on it, move it down here. Let's see if we can reduce it. Yes, no. So we can't reduce this. We can't reduce this. So we'll just leave it the way it is. We can turn it.
Let's turn.
Okay.
Makes more sense.
All right. So now I want to, let me change this picture. I want them to have a background. Both of them do not have backgrounds. I want to use a picture that has a background. Great. So this is a better option. Let's see this other one. Photo. The reason I want to use a background is so that it doesn't, they will overlap. So that they overlap when I put them side by side. Okay, this doesn't have a background. I like this white chicken, but it doesn't have a background. Okay, so
yes,
this
that one does.
This does, and it works. So I'm going to move it here.
Perfect. So we can now change that shop for mature chicken to your best chicken plug, because that's what is in what she sent to me. Because shop for mature chicken is not shopping.
It's not shopping, no, Abi. So I'm going to.
Oh yeah, tell us how you moved it to.
It's just tap and hold. See, I tap on it, right? And I move it around. So you tap and hold, that's all. So is it making sense now?
Yes,
so
it
your
is.
best. So
your best chicken plug.
Your best chicken plug. What else? What else do you want to be in your flyer?
Okay, so she said that we supply matured chickens to you on requests, live or processed, with all parts intact. We supply matured chicken to you on request, be it live or processed, with all parts intact. Then phone number. I guess that should be all. Let's do WhatsApp number and Facebook handle.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to bring that here. Bring this here. Okay. So phone number. What did I do now? I don't want to add any figures before. So phone number. Do you have social media handles?
Yes, Facebook, the same way, Tidan Enterprise. but the enterprise is ENT, capital letter P. Uppercase E, lowercase n, lowercase t, uppercase P.
I know they confuse my score. What's this?
Sorry.
Sedan Enterprise.
You want to design.
Sedan. So the D
So
is
the D is uppercase.
Then Enterprise. The E is uppercase.
The E is uppercase. Then the NT. No, don't remove the arrow. There's no arrow. Then there's a P, an uppercase P.
P.
Yes.
R-I.
No, that's all. P, that's all.
So is this across all social media?
Facebook. There's a space bar between the T-down and the enterprise. Yes, this is just Facebook. So that's the only thing on what she sent.
Okay, so I'm going. Okay, give me her phone number.
Okay, WhatsApp +234.
Hold on, please. +234.
Okay, 812.
812.
Okay, 871.
871.
2835.
2835. All right.
Oh, you say check the spelling, please. Please check your spelling. Oh.
What exactly do you want me to check? Oh, tell me what you want.
Okay, remove the E. Oh, there's no E there now. It's TP. In your enterprise, it's TP. I guess that's the same thing that should be on the flyer. That enterprise should just be out. So it will now be ENTP.
The P is capital.
Yes, remove the
Okay. I'm now going to add, I'll go to my uploads and I'm going to look for I'm going to look for icons I have used.
So you pick on WhatsApp icon because there's another number I needed to send to you that I've not. So you pick WhatsApp icon, phone call icon, and Facebook icon. Because of the last call number. Take now, sorry. I don't want water. Sorry.
Okay. So I'm going to duplicate this twice.
No need to duplicate now. The next one is WhatsApp. Then the last one is phone calls. Okay, yeah, you duplicate the size.
Okay. So
then there's a last one for call.
Hold on, I'm not done. I've not picked on WhatsApp.
No, that's
true. Is the WhatsApp like up or down? Is my WhatsApp up or down? Okay, should be down, 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 down. I need to delete my upload, so I can't even find.
Look at WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. And this last one is call, right?
Yes.
No. Call, where is my call icon? I don't even know where they are anymore. Okay. All right, what's the call number?
Okay, plus 234 81.
Call, go ahead.
Okay, I said plus 234 81 84 55 9737. 81 84 55 9737.
84559737.
Yeah, 81 84 55 9737. Yes.
All right, so now I'll just edit this, move it to align, move this to align, move this to align. Great. I think this is it. So it be abi no be. It be or it did not be.
It did not be Oyao.
A TV man we say eh or eh eh. Eh or eh eh. All right, so
Okay,
Sedan, tell me.
B.
What?
B. Nice one.
It be okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. So this is basically how you can
And you can get this from the free version.
Yes, everything I did here is practically free version. And like I said, any picture here that was not free version, you can always get it from Google and use
Google
it.
Store, Google Play. Right?
Yes, just type on your Google, just type your Google search, type what you want. You can always get it from there, and it's fine. It's okay. But be careful not to use a picture that is watermarked. It's not good for business. So basically, this is it. If I had your logo, I would have put it here also. That would make it more. If you quickly, if you have your logo, quickly send it to Chinwe. Let me finish the work so that you can use it.
Because what she sent for me, it's not really like, is this their normal design, like business card design that has the name and everything? So if we can use it as
if you have
logo.
the logo, sit down, can you hear me? If you have your logo, in the next 30 seconds, send it to Coach Chinwe. Now, let me put it here and send you your design so that you can use it.
Let me just drop the one she has sent.
If it is not her logo alone, I don't want it.
Okay. All right, that's with me, Senna. Do you have your logo?
If you don't have your logo, let me download this for you and show you how to download.
Okay, she don't have logo, so let's download that one.
Okay. Great. So now this is how you download. You can either download in two ways. The first is to just download straight to your phone.
Not tonight. Look at the time.
No, we are done already.
No, not you. She was like, how do she get a logo? And I was like, not tonight.
Oh, no, I can't teach you a logo tonight, please.
Look at the time. A lot of people have gone off this class because it's already stretching.
All right. So let's quickly round up. So coming from my right, from my right hand, you have the upload button, the download button. So if you tap on the download, it downloads straight to your phone. But if you tap on the upload, it's going to give you options. So if we want to just download, we can go straight to downloading, and that is it. So if we have time another day, I can teach you how to how to use the options, what those options are for. So basically, this is how you download, and that is it. It is as simple as A, B, and C.
Thank you.
So tell me again, who said that we cannot use free version of Canva? That is exactly what we have just done. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen and come back to the class. Stop sharing. Great, so I'm back. I hope you enjoyed the training. I hope you got value for your time. Do we have any feedback?
Any question, guys? So you just send me the...
Thank you. I got so much value. You're welcome, Samuel. iPhone, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate all your kind words. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Don't make me cry. I beg you, don't reach.
Crying is expensive. Oh. We'll just
Okay.
convert the tears to water.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for the amazing feedback. Oh, God bless you too. God bless you too. Thank you. So I'll hand over to Coach Chinwe. If you have, please, how is AI likely to disrupt what? Let me see that question.
What we know as graphic design.
How is AI likely to disrupt what we know as graphic designs? Is Canva unique from other AI tools? See, how best do I answer this question? AI is likely to disrupt the old version. You know, the problem with us Nigerians is that once we have an idea, we don't like to upgrade on those ideas, right? So that's the problem, and that is what AI is going to disrupt. However, if you are the type that you constantly seek to outdo your yesterday, AI is not disrupting anything. The only thing that it will do is that it's going to give you more, it's going to make you better at what you do, right? For instance, I said Canva is an app that constantly updates. So if I was going to teach you Canva today, it will be totally different from what I would have taught last year. And that is why in my paid classes, my own classes, forget this one I'm doing with Coach Wendy, I'm just coming here to help her. But in my paid classes, I constantly update. You understand? So basically, if you are that kind of person, AI is not disrupting nada, because you'll be growing along with and besides, the AI need people to control it. If you do not put it, for instance, take your ChatGPT, for instance, if you give ChatGPT a prompt for me to say, write okay, like I said, I created a CV yesterday for myself, and I was brain lazy yesterday, and I just wrote, could you write me a professional summary? Guess what? ChatGPT replied me, said, provide me information on your work history, this and that. Do you understand? So if there's no person to put in the prompt, the AI will have nothing to create. That's one thing people should know. So AI is not disrupting nothing. It's only going to help you to become your best self, right? So I think I was able to answer that. Okay. I just came online. Please, I need the class video. You'll get it. Please, can you still be out? Can you still be out
tomorrow?
We need to get
tomorrow.
I am in the group. If you have any questions, drop it on the group. Coach Chinwe will call my attention to it, right? If you have any questions,
for tomorrow's class when the group will be open for discussion.
Yes. And please, the class continues tomorrow. In short, this is just the tip of the iceberg. You've not seen anything yet. So I'll see you tomorrow if there is no other question for me.
Okay. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Coach Chibuzo, for covering this section for us today. So guys, this is like just the beginning, the introduction. Remember I said we were supposed to end latest 1 hour 30 minutes, but we've taken so much time. So the class continues tomorrow, where we'll be discussing about other skills required to be a virtual assistant, and we'll also be discussing about marketplaces and how to sell yourself as a virtual assistant. Like I tell people, as a remote worker, as a freelancer, you are the chief marketing senior officer or the senior marketing officer in charge of your profession, of your life. If you do not market yourself, nobody will market you for you. So we'll be discussing about marketplaces, places to sell, even the common places that you know, but you do not know that you can actually make money from it. So we'll be opening our eyes to a lot of monies we are leaving on the table from the places we know. And we'll also be looking at remote platforms, how to sell our markets, which is our skills, and how to position ourselves for remote jobs. So we'll be looking at everything there's somebody that talked about Upwork and all that, blah, 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 plenty things. We'll be looking at all of them, all the platforms, the site, the handles, the media pages and everything. Everything about marketing our skills and the skills required to practice the virtual assistant niche very well. We'll be looking at them tomorrow. So guys, tomorrow 7:30, do not miss it. Tomorrow won't actually be a Zoom class. Tomorrow will be a WhatsApp class. Tomorrow will be a WhatsApp class, so do not miss tomorrow's class. If you have more questions on today's class during the introduction part of tomorrow's class, sorry, during the question and answer part of tomorrow's class, we'll be taking that. So thank you so much for staying till the end of this section. Thank you so much. We so much appreciate you guys. So stay safe, be in class tomorrow. Be in class tomorrow. If you enjoyed this class, please give us a thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here with us today. So for tonight, thank you. Thank you. So tonight we are going to say, oh, iPhone, Gladys, thank you so much. God bless you too. God bless you, Gladys. Thank you. So guys, so this will be all for tonight. So see you all tomorrow.